Friday night went according to plan in some respects but not in others. Bray Wanderers did their job, getting a magnificent win that kept them in 5th place ahead of Bohemians, who produced an equally magnificent win over Dundalk. The battle for 5th goes down to the wire. Unfortunately, Storm Brian disrupted my travel plans, so I did not even make it out to Bray for the game, as had been my intention. The indignity of being disrupted by a storm named after yourself. At least I wasn't a hurricane. That would have taken out the match itself. I'd hate to do that to my team. You have to be thankful for small mercies. The orange alert for Wicklow reminded me of the TV show The Prisoner, starring Patrick McGoohan. Set in a fictional seaside town but filmed in Portmeirion in Wales, from which there is no escape, a giant weather balloon named Rover is dispatched to return any prospective escapees in a maneuver called an orange alert. For me it was the opposite. There was no escape into the seaside town of Bray. The conditions the game was played in, from the footage and photos I've seen, reminded me of the last game of the 2014 season. We scrapped hard in atrocious conditions against champion-select Dundalk and got a result that ensured our safety. Beating Shamrock Rovers is always an achievement. Just as we are battling with Bohemians for 5th, Rovers are battling with Derry for 3rd. To inflict a defeat on them in these circumstances made the achievement even better. I was delighted that Aaron Green got the goal. With 12 now in the league for the season, Bray will have both Aaron and Gary McCabe 15 league goals so far in the end-off-season top 10 goal scorer charts. So next week we have to get a point away to Cork in order to ensure that Bohemians can't catch us. Our destiny is in our own hands, even if it is a huge ask of the lads. None of this. Sure, Cork have the League One and they'll be resting up before the FAI Cup final, if you please. The SSE Airtricity League trophy will be presented at Turner's Cross on the night, and Cork will want to put on a show for their fans. Aside from that, lads will be playing for cup final places, not resting in advance of it. By the way, despite the game being a certain sellout, fair play to Cork for reserving some tickets for the travelling Bray fans. A sporting gesture from the champions. Bohemians have Finn Harps and Ali Mount in their last game. I'd expect Bohemians to win, regardless of whether they finish above us or not. Keith Long and his side are to be congratulated for the season they've had. At one point early on they looked like being in a relegation battle, but they came good and have been entertaining any time I've seen them. They'll push on next year, for sure. Unfortunately for Bray, as this season has gone on, we have had to revise down our expectations, not up. At one point we were up there with Dundalk and Cork. Then it looked realistic to be thinking of 3rd or 4th and a European spot. In the end, we're going to be 5th or 6th. Still a great achievement, and the club are to be congratulated for finishing in the top half for the 2nd year in a row. Storm Brian looks to have passed as I write this. Better sign off and head out to survey the damage in the garden. Brian Quigley.